Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 27 of SubTerra Tech, where today, well, we get polonium and plutonium pellets productions, as well as we get a turbine set up behind me. Well, that's the reactor, but the turbine's behind it. If you want to know how we do it all, well, you're going to have to jump right into this episode. But before you do so, have you hit that like and subscribe button? Like, I see the numbers of people who return back to my videos. If you're enjoying watching them, hit that subscribe button. It's free to you and helps me out a lot. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So it's up to you to do it. Done it? Good. Now let's jump right into this episode. Alright guys, we're gonna jump right into this episode. Hopefully we get it done super quick. I do have stuff I need to get done today, so but first, this episode needs to be recorded. Anyway, I am going to set up some of these universal pipes along the back here. And the reasoning is I need hydrogen. And I could have gone into the one thing and got hydrogen, but I figured might as well just take the hydrogen that is in all of these guys. And put it into that machine. In the back, let's see here. I want gases, output. That and where's oxygen going on these? Gases to the right. To the front. To the front. And if I set this up here, I'm hoping we might have to prime this one up before we can just chemical tank it. Really? What have I told you? I don't want your eggs. Gauge. We will take one of these gauges that are empty. Say go into here. We should be able to just do this. And there we go. And I do need oxygen as well, so a tank of oxygen, a tank of hydrogen. All right. All right. That's filling up. This is filling up. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the hydrogen is filling up here. That is needed for the following steps. Okay, so first we're going to get a mouse block out of the transmutation table. Actually, 2 mouse blocks. We'll just go right ahead and do 2. The reason behind this is we're going to take it to this right here, the crusher, where we're going to turn off the bottom side to items. All right, and we've got to remember to turn that item side back onto output. We needed biofuel. This biofuel gets added to hydrogen, I think it is. Yeah, hydrogen and water. In a pressurized reaction chamber. So let's make a pressurized reaction chamber here. Pressurized reaction chambers are us. I do need a second one. All right, so we've got 2 pressurized reaction chambers. Perfectly acceptable, perfectly normal here. And this is all just to get the HDPE pellets. Okay. We don't need to constantly be making it because we've got access to infinite amounts. But what I'm going to do here is set this pressurized reaction chamber down here. I'm going to place this onto here. I am going to universal pipes over to it. Wrench. Okay, we're getting water into this. This should be more than enough hydrogen, so let's go right ahead and break that off. Set the hydrogen up here with a wrench. And we can set the gas input to the top. Yeah, okay, so... Oh, it's because this has... There we go. It's getting the hydrogen that we need. We're getting the substrate and ethylene, a byproduct from it. So we're getting quite a bit of ethylene in here. And the next step is to take this substrate here, all right, with liquid ethylene. We could take regular ethylene, but we want liquid ethylene with oxygen to make the HDPE pellets. So we need a rotary condensator, or as I like to say in the coding, a rot. We need a rotary condensator that is configured as followed. Well, it's getting the ethylene, turning it into liquid ethylene. That is perfectly acceptable. So gases, we don't want any from the top. You will input from the left, and we're going to have you output to the right. Okay, and that is where we're going to set our other pressurized reaction chamber down at. Guess hydrogen can be taken off the line. And we can go grab this oxygen off the line as well. oxygen can come. You know what? Yeah, oxygen now can be on here. We can set this up like so. We're going to have to wrench this guy here shortly. Once that liquid ethylene is done. Because we don't want it to process more than that. We don't want to make liquid air. All right, so I guess we don't need this hooked up anymore. And there we go. Make sure the bottom is set to output. There we go. We've got our first HDPE pellet, which we can toss into here. Now, the great thing about these pellets, once we got these here, we can pretty much take 4 of them and turn them into we can take 3 of them in a factory and make an HDPE sheet. Apparently 1, 2, 3, 4 of these in A4 gives us the rods. Not sure if we're going to be needing the rods, but might as well learn them. So there we go. We got the HDPE pellets and stuff. Wow. HDPE pellets and everything. Normally I set up a nice long production line to make plenty of the sheets, but since we can just get sheets out of here, we're good. So the next thing we need is to teach this how to make the SPS casings. I don't see us being able to get this today because we still don't have the polonium and plutonium automated. And we're still not doing anything with the steam. So, I'm going to have to look up the turbine real quick and see what we need for that. So I'll be right back once I have that information. All right, guys, I'm going to take care of the nuclear waste. So I'm going to use these universal pipes here. So at pipes, I'm going to get one of these ultimate pipe upgrades. We have a pipe wrench, so that is good. You're wondering, why, Malkore, are you making sawdust? And I would say, good question. It's to make a cardboard box. And the reason I want a cardboard box will become quite apparent here shortly. So, redstone block, we need one of these. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this redstone. Wait, no. I'm going to set this redstone block right here. We're going to put this piston right on. We're going to set this piston right on top like that. What we're going to do is we're going to take this cardboard box and pick it up. The reason for this is I'm going to set this solar neutron activator here, and this isotopic centrifuge here, and that is one of the ones that I took out of the machine during the mess up. Thought it might have been one of the what caused it. So there we go. This one does. You know what? I don't want your eggs. Going to set this say right here. We're going to come off the back of this to both of those guys. So should be able to say wrench this, pull from both these, and you can see that this is making the plutonium, which we want. But this is not making any polonium, which we don't want. So what we're going to have to do is go straight up to the bedrock roof of this pack. Let me set down here real quick. Shift. We're going to look at the small, not large, small tunnel. That. We're going to keep going up until we get all the way up to the roof. Can't remember what number that's at. I guess it shouldn't be too much further for us. And there we go. The bedrock roof. So what I need to do is right where this tunnel is at. If I do this correct, I can place this here, and you'll see that it pretty well took us to the top of this. We're above built limit, so we can this is not fun. Nope. Not dealing. You know what? Yes, let's deal with you real quick. I have never slept in this because, you know, I have always had something above my head. So not being able to get phantom membranes was one of the few things I could not learn right away. So anyway, we've got this hole here. It comes straight back down here to our base. You see it is right above this solar neutron reactor. So I am going to hit that chicken with its egg because I don't want its egg. See here. bed? Can we make us a bed? We can make a bed. You guys are going to see a lot of cheaty stuff, especially the day that I've taken a picture. We can see that this is not producing anything, but this is going through all of that radioactive waste and turning it into polonium for us. And we can look in here, we can attach that to there. So there we go. This is full, that's full. We still need more nuclear waste. I'm going to check on the time, and if we've got enough time, make the turbine to take care of this heated coolant. So I will be right back. All right, guys, and we're back, and I figured this would be the ideal spot for our turbine. I am going with a very, I'm going to say small size turbine for this system. We're going to need 2 turbine vents, one right here, one right here. Next, I think we're going to want to go 1, 2, nope, 2, break that, 3, 4, and 5. And next, we're going to attach the blades to this. And there we go. All the blades are attached. Next, we want... Did I only make 2 electromagnetic coils? I wanted 3. I think I made a mistake right there. Coil. I really wanted a 3rd one. So, I don't know. I don't want your eggs! Alright, we've got that now set up. We want to set this rotational complex right here on the center of that. Around that, we need to put the pressure dispersers. Alright. We'll want to make sure we set these coils in the right positions. One here, one here, one here. This saturating condenser, I'm not sure exactly. I think we'll just go like this with this right now. That's the best we can do. And now we need to case this up. We'll just put this top casing here. It has to be these turbine casings. Can't be anything else. All right. Can get this here. All right, and this turbine casing can come down here to this. Yeah, I knew the numbers were a little bit off from what this said that I needed. All right, go. I think it wanted me to put more of the vents down up there, but, you know, I get this aesthetic with the way I want it to look. All right, there we go. There's all of those. Now, in this spot, we want to just put these turbine vents. We can increase these later if we really want to. but I don't see a reason to do so. I am just going to pretty much trash the water that's coming off of there. And I just realized I did not bring that with me, so. Wand. I did not bring a wand either. Okay. And there we go. That set this all up. Now it can accept fluid from here. So we have this should be configured. Let's go grab the configurator. Because, yeah, I just want to make sure that this is configured properly. Oh, also, before I forget, I want to take some of this, and, All right, put those in there. I want to get some of this in here for a reason. For a reason. Hopefully we can get to it shortly. The stuff is in my inventory. All right. We have this. We have this. We want the nullifier. All right. And that's going to handle all the water coming off of the steam. And this really will not be producing us a lot of power, guys. Hate to be that guy but I forgot I wanted the configurator. All right. Anyway, toss that back down in there. Wrench this. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to wrench. That. Yeah, I knew this was not configured to the right thing. That's why we went to go grab the configurator, and you guys let me forget it. Really? What's this? Oh, I had it. I had it on me. Okay. Okay, I did not forget it. I must be losing my mind. We'll deal with that here in just 1 second. All right. Configurator. We want it to be output coolant. Oh, I almost thought I lost that. Output coolant, we want the wrench. And go right ahead, pump full steam ahead. You know, it is this one we want. You know, I'm looking at this. Let's go grab some pressurized tubes. Do have a little bit of time, and Really hoping to get to this real quick to make some items. I just wanted to open up that wall. I have some of these ultimate pressurized tubes. So let's go in there and use those. There we go. This is pretty much very fast on the steam. Water will not be recycled. That's fine. And that is a lot of steam. All right. We're finally dealing with the steam. Now, on these guys, I want to add a pressurized reaction chamber to both of them, right in front. Going below these guys, I will go dig out a 25 by 25 area, or yeah, 25 by 25 area down here, below each of these guys. All right. And what this will do is allow me to set up the following things. I want to set up universal pipes on both of these. That does not attach right here nor right here. All right. That we're going to supply power to it from the main network with bypass and chunk loadings on. And this should, once we hook this up, start powering everything. We're going to supply it that. All right. Now we're getting that plutonium done. The polonium's in here. The next thing we want is out of here a final EMC link. We're gonna set the final EMC link right on top of here. We're gonna wrench this so it's doing this. We're gonna set this to fluorite. And in both of these, we are going to say item input can be on this side. Item input is proper on that one. So now let's add that. So that's full, that's full. The next thing we're going to need is a sink. So let's go make one real quick. I know, guys, we are over time, but if you bear with me, we will have the polonium and plutonium processing nicely here. And if I can stand right. And we can come back up here, wrench this, and both of those are now getting water. I am going to set these chests on the front here with one downgrade in both of them. And then I'm going to side config the front to output auto eject on. The front auto eject on. And there we go. We've got both those producing now. So we have this all running. We finally getting plutonium and polonium being made. What I am going to do is this spent nuclear waste. We're going to get some waste barrels. I'm going to start with 25. No, what? 30. I think I can hold them in a stack. Yeah, okay. I can hold them in a stack. I am going to, like I said, go down here in a 3x3 area. Slowly expand out. But pretty much what I'm going to do is, while down here, I'm going to start setting these guys up like so. We're going to set these waste barrels up down here so we can like store a bunch of waste. I am going to always start in the back here as the primary ones. We're going to, like I said, come from down here or right here. We're going to not attach that, but we're going to attach it here with an ultimate pipe upgrade. Same with this. Ultimate pipe. Okay, so we're going to make sure that the spent nuclear waste, so we're going to go in here where it says gases, bottom output, bottom for gases are an output. There we go. That's going to give this stuff the spent nuclear waste. I'm going to go in here to the gas one, tell it to round robin. And we can see right there, the spent nuclear waste is deteriorating from there. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that to prevent a nuclear disaster. Anyway, that's it for this episode. If you like this episode, hit that like button. If you dislike it, go right ahead, hit that dislike button. Tell me why you disliked it or liked it down in the comments down below. It really helps me improve my videos. And until next time, later, Gators.